Tell them go black chain, baby. Yeah.
What's going on, world? It's your boy VL the Face, the bucket list. It is the first of the month. It's Saturday. It's time to give y'all that government cheese today. And we about to go for all of it. I'm here with my co-host, Silly C. What up?
Haha, it's your boy.
It's
Get him.
your boy. And I'm here with my guy, Jay Rees, the Gambler.
Yo, let's go!
Let giggity go, man. And we here, man, on the first of the month. It is May 1st, 2021, and it's draft weekend, gentlemen. So I'm gonna start it off right off the bat with what's buzzing with Mr. Honey. This is draft weekend, so I wanted to kind of play with that. We're gonna talk about NBA drafts, and we're gonna talk about a couple in the past. I picked out 2 drafts to feature, and we're just going to do some draft redos. This first draft we're going to feature is of the 2011 season. Number 1 pick was Kyrie Irving. Number 5 pick was Jonas Valanciunas. I'm already having a problem talking. It's only the first of the month. It's gonna be a long month. It's gonna be a good show though. So here we go. Number 9, Kemba Walker. Number 11, Klay Thompson. Number 13 and 14, they went back to back. So I made these people one pick. They're twins. They're related. The Morris twins at 13 and 14. Kawhi Leonard went at 15. Vucevic went at 16. Tobias Harris went at 19. Kenneth Faried was drafted 22nd overall, and the 30th overall was Jimmy Butler. That was 10 guys. Let's go ahead and do a redraft. I gave you guys the list earlier. I think you guys have a new draft order for me. Cody, let me know if you drafted this draft again today, how would it play out?
Okay, so 2011, it play out. Number 1, Kawhi. Number 2, Kyrie. Number 3, Jimmy. Number 4, Hoochie bitch. Number 5, Tobias. Number 6, Klay. Number 7, Valanciunas. Number 8, Kemba. Number 9, Kenneth. And then the Morris actually fall at the end of this, only because Kenneth is a 2020. Got to put him up there.
Man, Kenneth Faried, but his prime was so short-lived. That's kind of odd that you would choose the Morris twins after Kenneth Faried. Even today, I mean, you're talking. We are drafting again today, and I don't even think that nigga's in the league. So I'm gonna have to question you about that.
Nuggets. I don't care. I'm also a Nuggets fan.
So you don't mess with either of the Morris brothers, both them boys for the Lakers or Clippers. I could dig it, man. Hold your grudges. Hey Reeves, don't hold your grudges. Let me know what you talk about, man. 2011 draft. Give me your order.
Number 1, I got Kyrie Irving. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Number 3, the boy Klay. Number 4, Jimmy Butler. Number 5, Tobias Harris. Number 6, I have Kemba Walker. Number 7, I got the boy Vucevic. Hoochie bitch. And at number 8, I have Jonas Valanciunas. Number 9, I have Marcus Morris by himself. And number 10, who's falling all the way off the map, I have Kenneth Faried, the Manimal.
Yeah, I agree a little bit more with your list. In this case, Cody, you had Vucevic going super low, or was that you, Jay Reeves? When did you?
That was me. That was
Jay Reeves.
So you have Vucevic going low. Can you explain why you are picking the 3rd best center, arguably in the NFL and the NBA today, and why you're picking him last?
I don't know, man. I don't know why I put him so low. Actually, I do know why I put him so low. It's just the production is there. But with that being said, this man hasn't really just put the team on his back and had like awesome seasons in Orlando and took him to the playoffs and stuff. That was that one season. But outside of that, he hasn't really done that much, just put up a whole bunch of stats. So he falls on my list a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he is like a stat stuffer, But I think he's a solid player, but I guess that's where you could defer with him and some of the other big men we might talk about, is he just doesn't win very many games for being a legitimate superstar and one of the best players at his position. You think it would add more up to win. So I could understand you on that. He's just not really a winner. Cody, you had Clay going really low in your draft. Is that because of his injuries? Because it makes me wonder if you have a problem with people missing time because you drafted Kenneth Fareed, who's not even playing right now. So
Yeah,
he's been
no, I
absent from
definitely
every game.
it's definitely injury based. And the only reason, Kenneth Fareed was a monster. Manimal, I mean, he go out to get you 19 boards on a consistent basis. He definitely scoring almost 20 points. I mean, I don't know in what language you would need to hear that. That's balling. But other than that, the Morris twins, I just don't really like them. I just don't think that they're really good, either one of them. So I just
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
pass.
that. Yeah, I think that's some bullshit because Kenneth was kind of an effort player, and you could see in his career arc, he kind of like stopped giving all that effort. He never was the biggest, strongest, or most athletic guy, but once he stopped playing through the whistle, like his NBA career was done. So yeah, I think Jay Reeves. I'm gonna give that 2011 draft to you. I think you got it right. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the 2014 draft. This draft included a lot of late picks that are really good right now. I'm going to give you guys 11 names. How about you guys give me your top 10 redo draft picks? In 2014, selected at number 1 was Andrew Wiggins. Number 3, Joel Embiid. Number 6, Marcus Smart. Number 7, Julius Randle. Number 13 was Zach LaVine. 14 was TJ Warren. 25 was Clint Capella. I actually skipped over Aaron Gordon at number 4. Also, Nikolai Jokic at 41, Spencer Dinwiddie at 38, and Jeremy Grant at 39. Gave you 11 names right there, gentlemen. Can you redraft the 2014 draft? We'll start with Jay Reeves.
No Jabari Parker mentioned in that one?
Yeah, Jabari was on there, but he didn't want to give you 12 names to choose from, especially when he probably gonna get cut anyway.
He's doo-doo.
Yeah.
All right.
Take him in your top 10. You can let me know because you could take Jabari in your top 10. I just doing
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Cody took Kenneth Fareed, so I mean you could do whatever the hell. Jabari's in the league.
This nigga put motherfucking Klay Thompson number 3, and he ain't even played a game in 4 years.
He's one of
Feel like he ain't played in like 4 years.
That
He's one of the best, man.
Except in practice.
The best wing defenders and two-way players in the game today. Arguably the best, as far as well-rounded. Like he's a great defender and he's a better offensive player than Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard. So
we haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't seen it, man.
long
also,
time.
what we haven't seen quite yet is Jay Reese's 2014 draft redo.
All right. At number 1, I got the boy, Joel Embiid. Number 2, Nikolai Jokic.
Wrong.
Number 3, Julius Randle. Number 4, Zach LaVine. Number 5, Clint Capella. Number 6, I have Aaron Gordon. Number 7, Spencer Dinwiddie. Number 8, Jeremy Grant. Number 9, Andrew Wiggins. And number 10, I wrapped it up with TJ Warren. Actually, I'm gonna change that. Marcus Smart.
All right. Well, that's a good list, but I just feel like you just started it off on the bad foot by drafting Joel
Excuse me?
over Jokic. But it's all right. We'll get to that after we get Cody's picks. Cody, go ahead and redo the 2014 draft. Tell me you won't make the same mistake Jay Reese did.
Definitely. So fantasy perspective wise, I definitely would have to say number 1, I'd go Joel Embiid.
Oh,
Number 2, Nikolai Jokic. 3 in my eyes is Randall. 4, we got Capella. I put Capella over LaVine because LaVine just isn't, he doesn't provide as much as Capella in my eyes with the rebounds. And I'm a 20-20. Then I have Wiggins, TJ Warren, Dinwiddie, Aaron Gordon, and then Jeremy Grant. I don't have Smart on this list. I don't know what Jay Reeves is putting. He's definitely not smart for putting Smart on the list, but
Yeah, Smart's a good player, like a good team guy, man. In your draft, Cody, you actually have 4 straight big men going off the board. That's probably almost never happened with Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Julius Randle, and Clint Capella. Is there a reason why you were asleep on some of the guards? There is an all-star amongst the guards in Zach LaVine. Also, maybe a wing player like TJ Warren. You don't see any of them being able to crack it?
well, I'd have TJ Warren and Dinwiddie and Gordon on the list. So I have them all on the list. They're just not as high as those other ones, if you look in my eyes today.
All right. And then on your list, Jay Reeves, you left TJ Warren off completely. I know he's been injured, so he's out of sight, out of mind. But what do you think? What made you make that decision to choose Marcus Smart over TJ Warren?
Well, like I always say, man, health is wealth. And I haven't seen TJ Warren. I don't know when the last time he played. Did he play at all this season? I don't believe he did.
2 or 3 games.
Yeah, he played a few games, and he put up some points too.
Yeah, he was out.
The dude's the baller. He just didn't make my list.
Yeah. Yeah, Marcus Smart has also dealt with a few nagging injuries this time. So let me poke a hole in maybe your draft a little bit and ask you how, if health is wealth to you, then why would you choose a constantly hurt Joel Embiid over Nikola Jokic? That one's a little odd to me because Joel is always hurt. Nikola Jokic has more double doubles this year in 51 than Joel Embiid has games played, I think, in 48. So Joel, I mean, he's just not available. So how are you going to use that argument later in the draft, but not apply it to the first overall pick, Jay Reese?
It hurts. It hurts, don't it? Like it's really irritating you that Joel is over the dead by God. With that being said, man, I just think that he's just an all around overall better player. And yes, you're right. He isn't as healthy as Nikola Jokic. The Joker is always on the court. Mm-hmm. He's always putting up the numbers. He is the dad by God. He is that dude. But in my mind, personally, I just feel like Joel Embiid is just, he edges him out just a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
We're splitting hairs when we're talking about this good of players. Maybe, Cody, you can clarify it why you took Joel Embiid, especially with your reasoning to poke holes in your argument was that Joel Embiid is a better fantasy player. I don't think anybody's a better fantasy player than Nikola Jokic. So I feel like both of you guys are using some shit ass arguments to try to make your point. Cody, explain to me how in the world is Joel Embiid a better fantasy player than Nikola Jokic?
So for the number 1, number 2, I didn't look at fantasy. For number 1,
no, your 2. Justification. You said fantasy
wise.
I
know what I said.
You said fantasy wise, so I wrote that down, and I'm coming back at you. So I'm poking holes in it.
But even with that said, you know, Joel Embiid is a monster. The other day he put up like
shot, so now it's over.
25 boards with like a 40-point game. Like some of that stuff is unheard of. He's putting up huge numbers as well. His ceiling's way higher in my eyes than Jokic, only because he has that serious takeover scoring ability. He can shoot the ball, he can pass the rock, he can dunk the ball. His passing ain't as good as Jokic.
Not at all.
He definitely
not at all.
No, but he's actually got more team players. Give Jokic Simmons and some of those other people and see what he would do with them. Like it would be over.
So you're saying Joel Embiid is the worst player on the better team, never there, not as reliable for your fantasy team, sits out a lot, but you'll choose him over Jokic. Yeah, man. I mean, and see, that's why numbers don't lie, man. See, men lie, women lie, and Nikolai. Those are 3 things you can fucking count on. I can't believe neither of you guys Nikolai number 1 overall, man. But we're going to keep it pushing. That was just us debating and redoing these drafts on this draft day weekend. It's May 1st, 2021. And we redid the 2011 and 2014 drafts. But that was us going against the GMs. But when it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got you back.